Hey, so in today's video, I just wanted to talk about something that I noticed, and that's basically that in the past week, Hypixel has actually done like a lot more updates than they've ever done. I think I'm gonna mention a little thing about every update, and let's go to, I don't know what I'm saying. I'm gonna cut to when it actually makes sense. Basically, what I was struggling to say is that there are a lot of little updates for a bunch of different modes that includes PvP and non-PvP modes. A couple of weeks ago, actually, they did the Duels Odyssey update, which brought a lot of new features to Duels. But with those features, there were also features that people didn't like, so they actually did a lot of bug fixes and a lot of little changes. But with the Duels update also came a lot of criticism and stuff that the community did not like. One of those things included making it so that titles, you could like only change them to a certain amount of colors that you had unlocked from like playing different modes. So what they did is basically just make it so that you could have your original title scheme, which is just what you would unlock at that like title. So say you get like Grandmaster, that would be yellow. Hi, while editing this, I realized that I should mention that I actually made an overlay for 1.8.9, the MACE and the wind charge, so they actually have the right texture. And it doesn't just change the texture, it actually renders the snowball correctly still. It's like something with the names and stuff, but now they work correctly. Download is in the description. Apologies for the interruption. Or maybe if you get like what legend, it's like dark red and it's bold. That's actually kind of important because that's something that they changed. Because for the update, they actually made it, which is a really strange choice. They made it that you needed 100,000 duels wins to have a bold title, which previously was unlocked at legend, which is like 2,500 or something. Which is a pretty big change. That I think there was only like 100 people that had a bold title after that, when previously it was like literally thousands. So luckily they did change that, which people ended up liking a lot more. At least I liked it a lot more. I don't know. Tell me what you thought about it if you actually play duels. I'm not going to be mentioning everything for each update, but if you are curious, there will be a forum post linked in the description for every update that I talk about. Next thing that they updated was Skywars, which I do play a little bit, so I could talk about that, I think. Pretty much what they did is make it so you can have your old prestige schemes, their star themes, I don't know what they're called, something like that. I wanted that final kill, win that fight. But it was just a lot of nice changes that I know the community wanted. Oops. One thing that I like personally is in Skywars you can get like XP for a kit, and it goes up to tier 7, which originally was 75,000 Skywars experience, which experience in Skywars is not like bedwars. It takes a lot longer to actually get experience. So Hypixel changed it from being 75,000 experience to only 30,000 to like completely max out a kit, which me personally, I like this update a lot. Hello? What are you doing up there? I don't take knockback. And for me personally, that actually just makes me want to play Skywars more. If you've seen me in a Skywars game in the past couple days, that's probably just because I've been grinding Endlord. But I guess I'll continue talking about all this in the next game. And let's perfectly cut with, yeah, nothing's gonna be red. Let's just cut with my face. Maybe this is close to how it looks, but I don't really know. But anyways, Disasters update. So in the Disasters update, they added 4 new maps, which, you know, new maps are always cool, as well as a lot of quality of life issues. Now, I haven't really played much Disasters personally. I wanted that bed. But it's a pretty chill game mode if you just want to like, no PvP. I think there's no PvP. Maybe a little bit. Oh, wind charge. But pretty much you could just kind of relax. Actually, not really relax. I don't know if that's the right word. You're like getting hit by natural disasters. So maybe relax isn't the best, but it's not like super PvP related. Wait, this guy clutched. Wait, I'm gonna die. But anyways, next update they did was housing, which added a lot of features that I think, once again, the community also wanted. So Hypixel listening to their community is crazy. But it's, of course, a good thing because, you know, you probably want to update what the community wants you to update because that's the people that actually play the game. But once again, I don't really know how housing works too well, so I don't know if I'm the right person to talk about it. But yeah, here I am. Because of that, since I don't really know too much about these, I think if you don't trust me, okay, that was a bad fireball jump. So if you don't understand what I'm saying, then forum post will be linked in the description once again. But finally, the one you actually might know about if you watch this channel is the, can I block in? It is the Bedwars update, which is the game mode I am playing right now, so you might recognize that. And this update, what it added was actually quite a lot of things. Besides bug fixes, brought a couple new changes such as 1-block bedwars, new rotational items, which I will probably be able to use this game. And if you want to know more about these, don't worry, I'm not saying that there's a forum post link in the description again, but I previously made a video about this update, which if you want to know more might actually be helpful, because you know, I talk more in depth about all the updates and how they affect bedwars or something. And yeah, there's also a forum post linked in the description. Now, because the bedwars update was actually split in half, what this does mean is that the next bedwars update is going to be the continuation of the Slumber Hotel, which, you know, once that comes out, I will be making a video on it. So if you're curious, just please consider subscribing, because there will be a video on it. So if you want to be notified when that happens, I think I've said subscribe too much, so you already know what to do. Now, to explain all of these updates is actually a post by the admin Connor Linfoot, who basically said that due to them just finishing a bunch of projects at the same time, that's why there was so many updates. There wasn't like some secret like hypixel conspiracy talking about how they should just complete all the updates now. They just all kind of happened to be done at the same time. Now, if I can say this, I think that hypixel did a really good job with their updates, just because I think these updates themselves have been pretty good, so I like them. But I am pretty curious what other people think of them, because I know I am only speaking for bedwars, skywars, and duels, which are like the main 3 game modes I play. But if there's any people who play disasters or housing, or I think those are the only games that were updated. If you play those games, please just let me know in the comments like what you think of these updates, because I don't think I have enough experience to actually speak about them. So if someone does know how to play those games, just consider commenting and telling me how the updates are, because I am pretty curious. From what I can see, I think the community has liked these updates. I don't really see any negative feedback, but then again, I don't super know too much of these game modes. So wait, what does that even mean? I don't really know that much of these game modes, or much about these game modes, so I can really only speak for the game modes that I play, which I have personally enjoyed. I don't have my pickaxe. There it is. So that's why I'm really only talking more about the bedwars, skywars, duels, and nope, that's actually it, just bedwars, skywars, and duels. Can you just like stack these? I don't know if that's doing more damage or not. I think it's doing a little bit less than my stone sword. But sadly, as this video comes to a close, I think that this is pretty much all I've got to say for today. I did want to say that next video is going to be a pretty good one. Doing it with a YouTuber you might recognize if he plays duels. We don't talk about that first fireball. So if you are curious, stay in, what's the word? Stay focused? No, stay, I don't know, just subscribe. Basically just, I think it's a pretty interesting video, so if you're curious, I'd recommend subscribing for it. That's all I've got for today, so consider liking and subscribing, and thank you for watching. Bye-bye.